Chairman of Western Growers, I'm privileged to stand before you here today and present the Forbes Impact Award. The Impact Award is given to an industry member or partner that is helping to shape the future of the specialty crop industry through their vision and leadership. As president and CEO of the J.B. Smith Companies, Vic Smith is such a leader, and I am pleased to call him to the stage to receive this year's Forbes Impact Award. But first, a few comments about Vic. So Vic and I both serve on the Western Growers Board of Directors, one or two of 40 board members of the most influential produce and nut producers, not only on the West Coast, but around the world. In that setting, Vic has been a real proponent and leader about pushing us into innovation and technology to meet the challenges of our industry, and one of the reasons we're having this meeting or this event today. Vic has constantly been challenging us to come up with new ideas, and like Bruce Taylor, his predecessor, they've invested a lot of time, money, and efforts into improving the ecosystem that will improve our automation and opportunities in this area. Vic is committed to breaking down the silos that keep us from working together and helping us to work collaboratively. He was a big proponent of the Western Growers Center for Innovation and Technology, which I would invite all of you to take a look at, which is across the street in the Taylor building on the bottom floor. So please go look and see what kind of work we're doing there. In his operation, Vic embraces problems. He constantly challenges his group to come up with new ideas. A lot of times they think he's nuts. Tell him that, but has never stopped him from challenging them and having them come up with new ideas. And in that environment of not being afraid to fail, he has really created a very nimble, innovative operation. As an example of this, several years ago, Vic really wanted to invest quite a bit of time in automating the weeding and thinning in the desert. It's been estimated that desert weeding and thinning can cost up to 30% of the production costs in the desert. So where most of us were investing in harvesting technology, and you'll see a group address those issues in the next panel, Vic really spent a lot of time investing in the automation of weeding and thinning. It's proven to be successful, and now he's looking for other reasons and other ways that he can use this equipment, perhaps in chemical applications, to limit the footprint and create a more sustainable environment. There are a lot of other examples that I could give about Vic is leading the way, but this simple example demonstrates the commitment that Vic has made. So I can think of no one more impactful in the industry than Vic Smith, and I am pleased to recognize him today with the 2017 Forbes Impact Award. Vic?
Thank you, Sammy. Very kind words. And I want to compliment you, Sammy, because you included most of what I wrote for you for the introduction there, and I appreciate that. There were a couple of key points you missed, but we'll go with that. But seriously, I look at this as a tremendous honor, and I'm humbled. And first of all, I want to thank Western Growers, our esteemed chairman, Sammy Duda, the board of directors, the leadership team, Mr. Tom Nassif, our CEO, and also Hank Gickles, who's the senior vice president in charge of science and technology. And he's really taken the ball and run with it and helped organize this center and all the activity that we're doing. And a real special thanks for Tom Nassif, who embraced this concept, came in, gave it a tremendous amount of effort, and I have to share with you that there's another side working with Tom that I didn't realize, and that is, as this idea hatched, that Tom is actually what do I call it, an interior decorator wannabe. And so when we decided to set up in the Innovation Center Tom took over and developed the whole themes, the colors, the coordination. And so it confirmed a suspicion I've had since serving on the board with him that there is an effeminate side to him that we didn't know. Now, to receive an award like this, it's not just about, and I'm very honored, but this is about a lot of people in the background. And I've already mentioned the Western Growers Board and their leadership, and very, very proud and honored to be involved with them. But as we come together and gain this momentum, which is so critical for us in our industry, obviously we have to thank Forbes Media, and a particular thanks to Paul Noglos and Mike Federley, because I met these gentlemen earlier as we were developing these things, and they were very supportive. They saw what we're doing here in the produce industry in California, and I got to point out Arizona too, and Colorado. But we are, so that putting together an event like this is just a tremendous opportunity, because they really give us it's a validation and an integrity factor to what we're doing here. I also want to thank John Hartnett, who came down from Silicon Valley, kind of hatched this idea and had an amazing enthusiasm. He runs the Thrive Accelerator program. He does a fantastic job doing that, casting this wide net, bringing in a lot of innovators, and as we go down and narrow through that, we really come up with some great ideas and some great talent. But last but not least, and I mean to save the best for last, the person that I want to give credit to for what we have and what's happening here in Salinas is Bruce Taylor. I have to tell you, not quite 5 years ago, Bruce convened a meeting of industry leaders in this area, in the California-Arizona group. And I don't know how I got an invitation, but anyway, I showed up. And in this meeting was this concept that we have these serious issues that we're dealing with, and we're not going to be able to survive and go forward and achieve the critical mission that we have unless we start bringing innovation and technology into an industry that isn't noted for it in the past. So this idea of merging or meeting Silicon Valley with Salinas Valley is just a great concept, but it took a tremendous amount of effort to implement this. And I had the pleasure to serve with Bruce as he spread this idea throughout the Western Growers Board and really said, look, we have some great talent, a great connection with Silicon Valley, but we need to marry that with the people doing the job. And he's been a strong advocate of that. And I've been fortunate to follow his leadership on the Western Growers Board after he set really the vision. And I was able to come in and follow through with that and give my best efforts to try and push this thing through. So it is an honor, and I am so impressed with how many people and the growth of this Forbes Ag Tech Summit, the quality of participants we're getting in innovation and leadership, and we're doing an important thing. And I know, Western Growers knows, we're not going to survive in this industry with the issues we face, the critical issues, unless we bring innovation and technology to bear. Those are our hopes for the future. And we need the people at this conference, the innovators, we need the investment capital. Obviously, we as producers are here very hungry for what we can get out of this so that we can fulfill the most important mission that we have, and that is to provide good, healthy, nutritious food. I think Bruce had another term for it, but good, healthy, nutritious food. And that is, that's our mission. We all believe in it passionately. So I thank you all very much. I thank you for the award. It's quite an honor. Good night.